pre-wrote this out because I was looking at your questions because I'm not very good at interviews. And I was like, okay, well, I'm Molly. I hate to say it, but I'm a creative, a visual artist. I focus on mostly film and photography. I don't really know how to define myself within that, to be honest, because I do quite a lot of different lot of different styles. A lot of my visual work is mostly just documenting things that I do, and commercially when I work mainly with my sister, and I create her music videos, and that kind of revolves around us kind of living out our childhood dreams and just having lots of fun.
They always do look good. The videos are always so banging, I must say.
Thank you. Yeah. And then another big part of my life is Artists in Transit, which I started in 2016. It's a community arts project which is aimed at showing solidarity through the arts. It kind of began for me as a kind of detachment from the ego of artists, because I went to Greece to volunteer, hoping that I'd be able to take some like photos because I wanted to be a photojournalist. And I quickly felt that there was absolutely no way that I could take photographs of people in kind of like disaster situations, and when people's basic needs weren't being met. I felt really uncomfortable with the idea. And so I started to think about art workshops that I've done previously, and I just came up with the idea of going to Greece and doing art workshops. And a lot of conversations I'd had with people, a lot of refugees felt supported just by other people being there. So it wasn't much of like, what can I do to help these people, but kind of what can I do to just turn up and be there. And art is something that's was really important to me as a kid, and has been like a mechanism my mum would use on us as kids to like keep us busy. So it's something that I was keen to pass on to other people. Apart from the terrible things, I've kind of enjoyed the kind of minimal pressure of having to socialize, and also to work. Yeah. But obviously all my work plans were kind of cancelled, summer plans, in terms of like I normally work quite a few festivals with my sister, and obviously lots of financial stress, but I'm kind of used to that, so it's just kind of like, oh, okay. But we started a new project with Artists in Transit, which has been really good, but I didn't actually consider the longevity of the whole pandemic and the fact that I'm not actually kind of able at the moment to take on such a big workload. So it's been good, but it's been difficult and tiring. But we've had so much support from other people that we've been able to build a team around it. So I'm kind of less involved.
That's good.
And then creatively, I'm starting to work on a new music video with my sister, and that's been really enjoyable because we can't have a full crew, and we're kind of able to start working how we've wanted to work for a while, which has just been us being left alone with things. And kind of like, okay, so we can't have a full crew, so we don't have any pressure, but we just have to do it ourselves. I bought an analog camera, but I haven't had the time or money to kind of test it, so hopefully I'll get a chance to do that soon.
Exciting.
Yeah, that's kind of, yeah.
That's
yeah,
really exciting.
It's just been weird. I was going to say, I didn't get the the self-employment scheme. They were like, you haven't made enough money to qualify, which has generally been my experience of when you try and get financial support, is you don't have enough money to get the financial support.
Literally.
Which is just so ridiculous. But actually, I was lucky to get universal credit.
Sick.
And where I live, it was incredibly fast. But I know that's not been my experience of benefits in the past, so that was kind of weird. Thinking about measures and policies, I don't know, I feel really mixed by this because I'm kind of I'm just fed up of looking to the government for like the concept of getting support from the government feels so just like useless. And I feel like I felt really frustrated by people being like, oh my god, see, like this is fine, like people are finally waking up to the fact that the government doesn't care about anyone, doesn't care about your health, doesn't care about your financial support, that they've always lied. I feel like a lot of differently abled, I want to use the correct words, have been saying like, well, this has been our reality for a long time. Healthcare is a mess. The NHS have been struggling for a long time, not just now. So I've sidetracked myself, I've forgotten the question, but I guess for me, I've been asking myself, like, do I want the government? Like, do I want this concept that we have of the government? Yeah, I don't know.
That's perfect. That's literally it. We're done.
Cool. Okay.
Perfect.
Cool.